So just want to give you an update on how the league went for me. Talk a little bit about profit crafting and show you my build because I upgraded it a little bit. I made some changes. So first day went fine, but after that everything went south. I don't have much currency, to be honest. I crafted belts. I think I crafted about 200 or 250 belts. But to be honest, they don't sell. This league, it was really bad. It was really hard to sell the belts. And the prices, even if you lower the prices, in previous leagues, I never sold belts so cheap as this one. And I used to sell many of them. But this league, it was really difficult. You can look here at the sales. You can see, like, this is nothing. Like, the prices of these belts are really bad, at least compared to previous leagues. This is how much I sold in about 1.5 hours of being AFK. So it's really super bad. Now, I did have some hours when I made like 20 to close to 30 divines in an hour. But it's bad. Like, I decided to give up. I had many bases, a couple stashes of bases, but I decided to stop crafting because I don't think it's worth it to do it anymore. This league was really difficult with crafting, and it's not just Stygian vices. In general, like, you cannot even do fractures. In previous leagues you could do fractures and would be very profitable, but this league, a fracture like this, which in a normal league would be like 20 divines or so, this is like 10 kills. Like, it's crazy. And also it's very difficult to craft good items to sell because a body armor like this was 1 divine. Like, if you try to craft a similar body armor, even if you start on a fracture, it's going to cost you more than 1 divine. So what's the point? It's like, yeah, rings like this. Look, 30 kills a ring like this, which is insane. This shield, just the prefixes, it was 2 divines. The shield with these prefixes, crazy. This armor, this wand was 1 divine without the multi-mod. Like, what to even craft? I think the only thing that you can craft for profit in this league would be kinetic wands, perhaps flasks, cluster jewels, or maybe go and craft something niche, like, for example, this crystal belt, because it seems like people are not and just jump into a niche market. But I have not tried these crafting methods. It seems good to me in theory. At least the cluster jewels and the flasks one seem really good in theory to me. But again, I have not done them. I cannot give you numbers. I cannot recommend it. I cannot guarantee that's a good strategy. Now I want to go over my build. So this is the tree. Mainly what I did, just took this rune graft here, and I went for this node glacial cage. I did the test, and glacial cage, at least with this Wintertide brand, it works. Previously, I'm not sure if it was a bug or something, but previously it did not work with cold dot, with cold snap vortex. But it seems that with Wintertide brand it actually works. So this gives 1% increased damage for each second they've been chilled. But also this cold mastery, 1% cold damage over time multiplier for each 4% over capped cold resistance. And right now I have 400 over cold resistance, so it's like 326 over capped. And then with all my flasks up, it's I have a total of 458. So let's go over the gear. I'm just going to show you. This is just for +2 to cold snap. It doesn't work for Wintertide brand. The rings are just resistances, and very important with evasion. Both rings need to have evasion for this mastery to give you an extra 20% increased maximum energy shield. These rings, again, they were 30 chaos each. This amulet is crazy. I got this amulet for 1 divine. Now look at this. Look at how many stats I get from 1 divine. It's crazy. The shield, just to have more resistances and a lot of damage. The boots I have chance to gain onslaught on kill and chance to avoid being ignited. Now there is also a craft, but I cannot put it right now, with avoidance. This one right here, I think it's bugged. Right now I cannot put it. This, if I take this chance to avoid being ignited, and from here with 55, and perhaps I craft chance to avoid elemental ailments on my boots, I can be ignite immune. Right now I'm only ignite immune if I have the flasks up. If I don't have my flasks up, I don't have ignite immune. Then I have this Eye of Malice with socketed gems, get a 90% reservation multiplier, and a lot of cold resistance. And this belt right here. These are the flasks. And let's go over the gems. Now, the expensive part of this build would be the Awakened Gems level 5. Cost you about 11 divines, 10-11 divines or so. It's really important that you put the auras on Eye of Malice. And don't link Frost Shield or Frostbite to Arcane Surge because they will cost too much mana. Here you have automation with Tempest Shield, more duration, and Immortal Call. Tempest Shield does not need to be linked. And here have Frostbite, faster attacks, and shield charge. So this makes you very tanky if you sit inside the Frost Shield. And this is pretty much the tree. I use this mastery just to open nearby chest when you cast a spell for expeditions. And then I also use this brands attached to a new enemy each time they activate. I have this expensive Watcher's Eye, but you don't need the 20 damage over time multiplier while affected by malevolence. This is just for just because I had the money and I bought it, but you just need unaffected by bleeding. Like, unaffected by bleeding is 10 chaos, and with dot multi it's 9 to 10 divines. So yeah. And then I have this corrupted jewel with a lot of damage and some energy shield recharge rate. My tooltip Vortex 720, and of course if I use the inspiration charges it goes to 900k. In PoE, if I have all the spells up, all the debuffs up, I have like, if I also have Scorch and I have killed recently, I have like 10.5 maybe 11 million DPS. And then if I also use the Vol Call Snap, it goes up to 13.5 or 14 million DPS, which is crazy. And let's go over the crafts. I think these are broken, to be honest. Preserving Stillness, like, I only care about the increased cold damage, and Preserving Stillness gives you like, it's basically a steel skin for elemental damage. And it also works together with Immortal Call. And the other one gives me 54 increased spell damage. And the Glowing Silhouette, it's pretty much insane, because for bosses and for rare enemies this would be like 15% increased damage taken. It drops shocked ground, so it's 15% increased damage taken. So it's insane damage boost. Both of these are insane damage boost and also survivability. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you an expedition, a very just expedition, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
ready.